Hello and welcome to another edition of The Journey. This month I'm going to talk about how to gift and hopefully gift efficiently and effectively so that your dollar goes a little bit further for both you and for the charity involved. So let's get started. The first thing you can do is you can make a qualified charitable distribution from your IRA. If you are age 70 and a half or older, you can make distributions from your IRA directly to a charity and not have to pay any taxes on that. Why is that important? With the new tax laws, you don't really deduct for any charities unless if you're married, unless you're itemizing more than about $25,000. So if you're giving $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a year to the church or to a different charity, the qualified charitable distribution, if you're over age 70, is a great way to make that count for your taxes and not have to pay any taxes on those distributions. The second way is using a donor-advised fund. Donor-advised funds, basically you make a contribution to that donor-advised fund, you get to deduct that entire contribution in that year, and then you can spread those donations out over time. So let's just say maybe you had a big year in either your business or your income. Maybe you had a bonus, something of the sort where you say, boy, I don't want to pay tax on all of this, but I don't want to give it all to my church or my charity this year. You can make that a large donation to that donor-advised fund, and then you can spread that donation out over time. Could be 2 years, could be 5 years, could be your lifetime. Why is that impactful? Well, because it helps you deduct on your taxes. Again, I mentioned if you're married filing jointly and you don't itemize more than $25,000, you don't really get a deduction for those charitable distributions. So maybe I had a big year and I say, hey, I want to put $50,000 into that donor-advised fund and spread that donation out over 5 years or 10 years. Well, if you're giving $5,000 to $10,000 a year, that would work out in a way that you could deduct that entire contribution in that given year. The third way is gifting appreciated stock. Maybe you've worked at company XYZ for a number of years and you've purchased that stock over time and you have some large capital gains in that stock. Maybe you're using that for income, or maybe you just don't want to sell it because you don't want to pay the taxes on it. You could gift that appreciated stock to a charity and not pay any taxes on the gains of that stock, as long as you've held that stock for more than 12 months. Okay, so say you put $3,000 into it, it's worth $10,000. Maybe you're gifting that amount to your church or charity anyway. You can gift that $10,000 of market value stock. If you itemize, you can deduct that $10,000 contribution and not have to pay any taxes on that sale. And if you're currently giving to that charity out of your savings, you can live on your savings and again gift the stock so that you don't have to pay taxes on the gain. You could also make the same contribution to a donor-advised fund. So again, maybe you have a lot of stock that you would like to sell, but you don't want to pay the taxes on it. You gift that to your donor-advised fund, use your savings account to live on, and then that donor-advised fund, you can distribute that stock over time and not and get that full deduction of whatever you contributed based on the long-term gain and market value of that stock. The fourth way is your time. And I know we don't all have appreciated stock, or we're not all 70 and a half, or we don't have a large sum to give to a charity. But your time is very valuable, and everybody has the same amount of time in every day. Find that charity or your church, spend time, donate your time there. Trust me, you'll get a lot out of it. You'll feel good about it. The people that you're impacting will also feel good about it. And that's a great way to give back. Well, hopefully you learned at least a couple things that might be able to help you. If you have questions, certainly you can call me or Jared, or certainly talk to your accountant or attorney, and they can walk you through those ways to gift. Thanks for watching and have a great day.